Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for combos.
Let's see how long the opponent lets us do cool things.
Triggers. What is happening? Commanders.
In my opinion, the most broken deck you're gonna see. Monkeys!
This is Historic Brawl. Hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and Alchemy has given us a card that could have been in paper? What? Tsagan, Raider Warlord, is actually a perfectly playable paper magic card, I think. Let me know if you can see why this is an alchemy card. It's a 1/4 legendary creature, Dinosaur Berserker. It has double strike, not double team, double strike. It probably was supposed to have double team. No, you read the rest of the card and that's probably not true. The art is a totally badass raptor, so that's pretty amazing. And it says, start your engines. Yep, we have that in paper. When this attacks, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn for each creature you control with first strike or double strike. Seems fine. We have all those things in paper. Max speed, this card has death touch. Other creatures you control have first strike. This card doesn't perpetually gain death touch. It doesn't perpetually give other creatures first strike. It's just a magic card in alchemy. So we all love it, right? Why isn't there a paper version of this card? This card is sweet, and it's a payoff for having first strike and first strike and double strike. Death touch with double strike is insane. But on top of that, the ability to give all your creatures that ability when you hit max speed, it's really a max speed payoff. You could say I should run a lot of double striking, first striking creatures in my deck, but when you realize that this card on its own gives them all that ability, all you really need to focus on is doing damage and reaching max speed. So it becomes a max speed deck. And we've got a few of what I would call the good cards in here to give you max speed early. The toughest thing about max speed is we don't get to run the speed lands, the raceways, because this is a 3-color commander that we want to be able to play on time. So those colorless lands are a serious cost that we're not going to pay. But we do have some other things. Let's start all the way down the curve. We're going to go by curve on this one because this is an aggro deck. We want to curve and hit face, and everything has its spot in the curve. Chrome Mox, Mox Amber, Dark Ritual, Grief, Solitude, Fury. These are our 0 mana cards, basically. Dark Ritual is like 0 because you just get 2 mana for free. Seems busted. So these are, of course, kind of the backbone of all kinds of Brawl decks now. If you craft them once, you can have them in so many decks, and they certainly work here as that 0 mana interaction to get way ahead. All right, Guide of Souls, because we want our creatures to get aggressives and stuff. Best Soul Warden ever printed, not close, even with the Alchemy nerf. Curse of Silence, vegetables. Disrupt the opponent. Esper Sentinel, of course. Fragment Reality, and alchemy removal spell. Giver of Runes, protect our creatures. Mana Tithe, disruption. Nesting Bot, start your engines. Orum's Chant, disruption. The Time Walks in white are Orum's Chant and Silence, and in some ways Teferi's protection. And in an aggressive deck, these are huge, and we'll get to see why in the gameplay. If you don't believe me, these cards are awesome here. Ruby Collector is a way to get a Mox Ruby by attacking with 3 things, which we'd love to do. Silence we mentioned. Skrelv, more protection. Swords, vegetables, gotta have them. Disruption, we want to turn 1, ideally, either start our engines or disrupt the opponent's hand in some way. So Duress, Inquisition of Kozilek, Mind Spike, Thoughtseize, Grief, get in their hand, take away their first removal spell that they probably kept because they saw we were a creature deck. Fatal Push, more kind of vegetables removal. Gas Guzzler starts your engines, Ben Stiller versions only, please. Burnout Bastardout starts the engines. Lightning Bolt is Lightning Bolt, so it's in every red deck. Monstrous Rage, amazing with double strike, let's go. Best combat trick ever printed. I hate this card, but here it is. Ragavan, undeniable, amazing. And Prismatic Ending is I don't know if it's worth crafting as a mythic, that's your call. I like this as a removal spell a lot. It does phase, it kind of is 1 mana to kill an elf, it's 2 mana to kill all kinds of threats in the format, Psychic Frog and such. I think it's good. But going into the 2-mana spot, we either want a serious threat to our opponent's health or we want value. And this is where you can start finding a bunch of creatures that when they attack get you some kind of value in the format. We have Ajani, Nakatl Pariah, and Ocelot Pride, now nerfed to 2 mana, still good. Captain Eberhardt's a good one because it comes with double strike. Oh, did Ocelot Pride have first strike? Forgot to mention. So this is a nice alchemy card. And then Hangerback Assembler is a great alchemy card that makes you a Hangerback Walker and has a start your engines and has a max speed effect of putting counters on creatures, artifact creatures, and vehicles. And then Invasion of Gobakhan is a really good one for a quick aggressive deck like this. Reprieve is more disruption on the stack. Then we have Caustic Bronco, Dark Confident, Glimmer Hoarder. This has survival, so if it's tapped in your second main phase, you lose a life and you draft some creature from the spell book, just some piece of some rectangle, just some good card. That's basically all it's here to do. Swarm Saboteur is similar. You hit the opponent, you make a Virus Beetle, just gives you more cards. And then further on down, we have Rahilda, Wanted Cutthroat. This just hits the opponent, steals cards. Robber the Rich steals cards. Triumphant Adventurer goes into the dungeon to get value. Like, you see what I mean. If we're not Fireglass Mentor, if we're not starting our engines, we want to be getting more cards. We want to be aggressive and still see a lot of cards. Fireglass Mentor gives us the ability to do that, especially if we're starting engines anyway. The Recruit Instructor is another like mythic mouse that drafts these combat tricks, but because it has the Valiant ability, just targeting this gives you more 1/1s, so it's just more value. There's all these things that when they attack make value, and there's also all these things that when they enter, they start your engine. So Momentum Breaker makes the cut because of that, and Hazaret Godseeker has a home in this deck. I have Kari Zev in here because of the first strike. I figure we should at least have that theme a little. This card's okay. It's definitely not one of the best. Silverquill Silencer is kind of like a Curse of Silence effect. You name the opponent's commander, and if they cast their commander while it's on the field, they lose 3 life and draw a card. Pretty good. Then we have more Start Your Engines in Zahur. Gastral Thrillseeker is an engine starter. So Croxa, great way to keep speed going up and get more value out of our graveyard. Speaking of value out of the graveyard, Flage Titan Fire's Fury is a great way to finish the opponent off and use the graveyard. Crackling Doom, classic Mardu card, removal and damage. Then we have Fable of the Mirror Breaker, classic red card. Teferi's Protection as the white disruption. Perilous Snare, just a good start your engines card and removal spell. And then Boromir, Warden of the Tower, because free spells are good in this format. Itali, for example, a lot of them out of the command zone. What did I play in this game? The First Sliver, Emoti, they all get Boromired. And then more Start Your Engines payoffs, because by the time you're in this 4-mana area, you've probably started your engines. But we got Far Fortune End Boss, probably hit max speed actually. The new card Highway Reaver out of the recent set that gives you cards out of your graveyard for free with Unearth. Pretty awesome. And then you have Winota, Joiner of Forces, because we actually have a great split among humans and not humans. 17 humans, 38 creatures total. So Winota can be an absolute banger here, even in alchemy nerfed condition. And Tajik Legions of Valor is a sweet alchemy card that keeps the pressure on the opponent with its spell book. And then we have the Speed Demon up here at 5 as a Start Your Engines payoff. Usually this will be drawing 4 cards by the time it lands in this deck, so it's a sweet card. Then we have all the lands that do more than make mana. We want colored mana early, untapped, but we also want creature lands. So we're going to run the cycle out of the Forgotten Realms. Cave of the Frost Dragon, Hive of the Eye Tyrant, and we're going to run Den of the Bugbear. Sokin's and Crucible Defiance lets us go wide with our commanders, so it makes the cut in this deck in particular. Haste is great with Arena of Glory. And then we're also going to run Iganjo for some interaction and Takanuma as a way to get back some of our creatures out of the graveyard and have untapped mana. Then we have the MDFCs, of which we've chosen 6 of them. 2 of them are tapped. Spikefield Hazard, still just great. Probably every red deck runs this in Brawl because Ragavan and Llanowar Elves are so good. And Glasswing Grace, a really sweet way to finish somebody. This is the black-white land that I haven't put in many things, but the other side is an aura with +2/+2, flying, and lifelink. So you put that on your double striking commander. The opponent's in big trouble. The life swing is huge. And of course, the untapped ones would be Sundering Eruption, making things unblockable. Witch Enchanter, You know it. Fel the Profane, you know it. Shatterskull Smashing, we run these in probably all of our decks when possible. And then we have the lands that only produce mana, highlighting untapped lands. We do have the Triome because it's not always true that we have a turn 1 play we want to make. So fetching the Triome can fix our mana for a turn 2 combination of cards from Fireglass Mentor to Recruit Instructor to all these weird like Rakdos, Orzhov, Boros combos. And then we have the fetch land mana base to get our land set up perfectly. And I find Verges go perfectly in these decks as well because you often have these types on the field. That is Tsagan, the Raider Warlord, the Dino Berserker. It's an alchemy deck. It's an alchemy commander technically, but it really is just a sweet Mardu start your engines pile. And I wish they had printed this in the set because this seems like a sweet commander. But let's show what it can do in Brawl. These games are amazing, I will promise you. We're going to have a word from their sponsors and we're going to dive in and let the nonsense begin. And as always, you're cool. I will be attending CoolFestCon. CoolStuffInc.com is hosting this con featuring a Command Fest in Orlando on the 18th through 20th of April. So if you want to come challenge the one in Best of One, me CGB, that is where you can find me. I will have meet and greets for each day of the con, and I'll be doing creator challenges. So bring your best commander deck and see if you can defeat this guy. I'll see you at CoolFestCon in Orlando on the 18th through the 20th of April. Check the link in the description to get your tickets today. Now back to the video. On the play, we've got turn 2 Silencer potentially, but maybe not turn 3 Fable. We do have Invasion. We're up against a Serac the Arclich. Yeah, Paradox Engine deck. The Silence might get him. I'm gonna keep. I like this. It is awkward that we can't play the Hazard on turn 1 if we want to play the Silencer on turn 2. Magic be that way sometimes. You're mono black. What are you doing there? They're thinning the deck. They're filling the graveyard. They're activating landfall. I don't know. They're getting the gate. Yeah, they're getting the gate. And they could play their grief right now. They're not going to. How about that? I will name... Is there anything else that would have held priority there? I think I have to name Grief. And if they can't deal with this, the Acer, like this naming a Serac could devastate them if they don't kill it. And they don't always have a ton of removal in this version of the deck if it's a combo deck. Okay. They have removal. Don't do it. Yeah, see, they don't want to grief. They're scared to grief me. So they're going to get fabled for that. That's a good card. That is a really scary card. Four damage to target creature. 2/1/1s. Opponent reveals hand. Yeah. I'm good. I think I'm good. So there's the grief. They have a blasphemous edict. 13 creatures on the battlefield's a lot. They have a lot of little ramp cards. All right, take the edict. Play the land. Treasure generated. Tap it in. Silence you. They don't have any instants, so this might be a full time walk, especially if they don't draw land. Ah! Oh, they didn't draw land. They hated that. Yeah, there you go. Troll you right out of the game. Easy. You have your card draw. What more could you want? You have your rocks. Why did you quit? Tally. Okay. Nothing gonna come easy today. Oromir would be nice. This has no black mana, so I guess I can't keep it. This does have all the mana. It's just not a great hand. I guess we have got Skrelv, Ocelot, Pride for pressure. On the draw is ugly. We hate it. But the opponent did not start with an elf, which is its own little miracle. Need a red card to power the Fury. Nothing. That's weird. Black red. Ocelot Pride. Protect the kitty. Yeah, I guess not. All right. But do they have an answer for the cat too? Are they playing a Tally control? Okay. That's an Overlord. Land off the top. We have interesting choices, which land to keep and which MDFC to keep. This one making tokens could really matter here. I think it's Fell the Profane, to be honest, because this can also hit possibly a ramp piece. Let's take the opponent down a notch, slow him down. Okay, speed starting, tokens accruing. But man, a Tally, Primal Conqueror, are you kidding me? Okay, Splunkin. That's pretty good too. No land. No land means we have a chance. Lighted Halfling. Can we draw a red card for Fury? We can. Ah, that's one you'd love to play though. Probably better though to Sokenzin. We could Solitude it. You would love to keep Fury with the double strike and the bonus, but I don't think that's it. Creatures you control get +1/+0 for each. I think we've just got to go tokens. I think it's this. Got to trust my gut here. This is a toughie, but we're doing it. The opponent missed a land, so they might lose. This is how we get a chance. Big bonuses. Yes. Down to 6. Pass. Tokens. Don't blow up my board. Don't you do it. They found the land, but it takes them to 5. You just hold your breath against this dinosaur. Don't do it. Yes. Yes. We get home. The first sliver must die. Boromir would be nice. We have a Mana Tithe. We have the Triome. We have a value creature. 2 pieces of interaction. Keep. We gotta do it. All right. We're on the play, right? So we play Bronco. They play Ramp Piece. We attack with Bronco. We play Karizev. We Mana Tithe their thing. Okay. No way to start the engines right here, though. It's a crime that the start the engines lands are colorless. A crime, I say. I guess they can go in every deck. Shut up. Nobody cares. Bronco. Hiss. Let's get some card advantage, baby. Don't kill it. Don't you dare. Okay, there's the ramp piece. Going exactly as planned. Oh, that's an engine starter. That's beautiful. This should make white. White, red, Sacred Foundry. We can do this. Oh, I forgot to saddle. Oh, I could have done 5. Oh, that's a big oops. That could be huge. Oh, I had it. I had it and I got excited and I played too fast. Oh no. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. They can't beat the Mana Tithe. Surely they can't beat the Mana Tithe. Yeah, take 2, that's right. Yeah, that's right. This time, we do it right. This time we flip a land. Of course. Of course, that's true. Ugh. Bring out Kari Zev, hold up a reprieve. We almost have the max speed. Fetch lands hurt. They hurt. Won't be good for you. Oh my gosh, you're down to 16. How will you ever survive? All right, let's see what the Cascade reveals. That's going to decide what we hit. Okay, the Fabro Elder. So we can Fury the Elder or Doom it. We can also do the same to the Sliver. I guess the Sliver would cost more to recast. Let's reprieve the Elder. Fairy Pro. They get a 7/7. Doom. 2 points, kill your Sliver. Max speed is acquired, which means whenever a non-token creature dies, I create a Zombo. Saddle. Ooh, take 4. Dude, they'd be dead. They would be so dead right now if I had just done everything right. I can burn a Fury for a Zombo, but let's hold. Okay, if they sweep the board here, I blew it. Okay, they did not sweep the board here. Whew. Despite my worst efforts, a victory. Jeez, everybody plays free stuff now. That's all they play. And Boromir's here. Okay, we drew the guy. That's the guy right there. The free stuff destroyer. It is a bit of a bummer that we don't have a fetch land to get a Triumph if we're doing nothing on turn 1. Grief. I am not getting rid of Dark Confidant, am I? No way. We hold. We don't need to do it now anyway. There will be a time. Dark Confidant. And I have to remember to play the Amber before I play Boromir. Oh wait, that's his opponent only. Yeah, it's fine. Boromir's fine. It's the Vexing Bauble that I always mess up. We get a Scalding Tarn. We get a Speed Demon. That's exciting. Boromir! Take that, Emoti. Now, do I get rid of my Speed Demon to grief them? and make sure they can't do anything about Boromir. I mean, Boromir's checkmate, right? We have to do it. We have to do it. I love the Speed Demon, but we have a value engine already that costs us life. We don't need another. What we need is to make sure that nothing stops this. Spend this only to cast instant sorcery. When you cast your third spell, exile a random card. You may play that card. What the hell is this? What? Oh, good luck with that. Summoner, I think, is the target. Let's see if they go for their otter wizard friend. Oh, what? That's pretty good. A land that taps for 2, you say? Fell the profane. Ouch. Nesting bot. It's gotta be you, right? Gotta be you. You can also blow up this land. But I think I'm okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can bring out the Deep Fiend next turn, can't they? This clears the Emoti. This clears the Arixmathes. This clears the Deep Fiend. The Monstrous Rage is the card I need the least, I guess. Trying to figure out what land to play. I don't know if I play any of them. I think I hold, like, all of these have a purpose. They're not just going to play the Emoti, though, when they don't get anything. I'll play the Hazard. There's creatures. What you gonna do? They're probably gonna Elder Deep Fiend them. Well, I guess not, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're gonna emerge off this? Why would they do that? Yeah. Okay, they're gonna house meld my commander. Okay. I think that's... I mean, their last 2 draws were Arixmathes and House Meld. Wow. I mean, that's pretty lucky. But this isn't going to do them very much good, right? We're still getting lots of cards thanks to Dark Confidant. We can sunder the Arixmathes. So now this doesn't block. And we just keep crashing in, baby. Where does Monstrous Rage go? I think we should hold. They've taken my commander, but they'll never take my freedom. They go Henge. Yeah. It's a lot of life, potentially. The chant is here. So that's a bit of a time walk, but this has flash. What a problem. What a freaking problem. That's the block. Tramples. So if they want to play Deep Fiend anyway, the timing becomes everything. Like on the chant. I don't know if I can beat him with the chant against a flash Deep Fiend. But if they had drawn a creature and went to cast it planning an emerge, I don't know. Maybe there's some tricks I could do. Nah, that doesn't really work. Yeah, they're just gonna Deep Fiend. The opponent's engines have indeed been started. Too bad the chant doesn't have split second, guys. And we're short of powering up Den and then also Fel the Profaning this thing. And they draw from the henge. Spoopy. Very spoopy. They wrote me on end step, huh? It's a land. That's a land. Wow. Oops, all land. So I think I can power up the Den and still Fel the Profane. But then I can't Orm's Chant. This is not fun. Do not love. One mana short. But what I can do is chant them on their turn and cycle this Triome. No spells. The white time walks. Let's hope they didn't draw anything with flash. Oh my gosh. The white time walks continue. Duress. Hive. Duress you. Oh my god. They'll get an emoji trigger. They'll get an emoji trigger. So here's what's up. I can, if I want to, I can Teferi's protect this, but that would be a mistake, right? Because then they play the emoji. And they get the Cascade without the Boromir. So I think what I do, like this is only 6 mana value, and I have the mana. I think I just recast. Oh, look how bad that would have been. They would have emoted into Karn's Temporal Sundering. If I had cast Teferi's Protection, that might have been a GG. Eye on the prize, baby. It's how you gotta play this game. It's a tough game. You gotta keep your eye on the prize. Untapped land because we want to hold up the protection. That's a big boy. Gonna need a way to kill it. Esper Sentinel. Bronco. Don't have a way to kill it, do we? Life total has to keep going down. I can't attack with the Boromir. That's the thing that I just can't attack with. But the rest is fair game, I would say. The Dark Confidant's really important, though. So, do we send Dark Confidant to get 6 points in? Oh, God. I want to hold up Teferi's Protection too. Is this a mistake? I don't know about the Esper Sentinel. I don't know if that matters, but getting the Bronco down. Is this a mistake? Feels like a mistake. Looks stupid, I know. Better to pull back before I make the mistake worse. Yep, you not gonna cast that? Why not? We're getting soloed by the Great Eng. That is for sure. Crackling Doom. Greatest power. Nice. Now what? They're at 14. This thing has too little toughness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Okay. Doom. Go to 12. Kill the giant. All right. Sentinel. Rahilda. Saddle. Combat. If they block the Boromir, then recast. Hey, Boromir, I think, has to stay. It has to stay, guys. Come on! I mean, our curve is insanely low, so hitting good is hard. They're gonna block the... snake. They're gonna go to 7. A little unblockability could go a long ways here with Skrelv. Stupid Great Eng. Yep, there's a Tanuki. They're digging in the yard? They drew Treasure Cruise? God help us. All right, do you pay? Shockingly, they do. Remember when they drew into the house meld? Remember when they top decked that? Oh my God. That's a Kraken. That was probably a good Teferi's Protection moment. But what do I know? Actually, all it did was freeze these creatures that went wide, right? We're still trying to get through this. Okay, we get a card. So what is that? Okay, so they have some creatures. Or they have all land. That would be fine too. Sky Turtle. When you cast this, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. Jesus. Oh my God, look at these things. What the hell? How are we gonna win this? All right, I gotta take the turtle because they can get back the extra turn. We're at 9. Play the Ragavan. Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. We got to get him to attack and then Teferi's Pro. And we got to get him to cast like their stuff first so that they don't get those cascades. Asking a lot. There's Virtue on a turtle. Okay. Let's see if they try to rift me now. Okay, they're gonna bounce Boromir. Hexproof from the color. Was that your great plan? I am at 8. Okay. My Esper Sentinel. Weird choice. Okay. Dude, I think I'm gonna get him. I think they're gonna attack and I might get him. Come on. Come on. Bring it. Oh my God. Okay. Dig. They're gonna let the Dark Confidant kill me. That's their plan. Okay. 2 lands. My God, the flood. Okay. Okay. How do I get through? What do I do? 11 health. I have to somehow convince them they can attack. How do I do it? Ooh, man. One, two, three, four, one. Yeah, I just gotta try to cheese them, right? Got some menace in here. Play the cave. Gotta try to cheese them. We'll assume like a Snapcaster or something. I gotta get them to attack me. It's the only way. It's the only way. Also, it would be nice to draw a non-land card. But I've got to get them to turn these things sideways and try to win the game. Freaking Great Henge, dude. We're going to get beaten by this Great Henge. I could have taken it a long time ago, and I took the Cyclone Summoner instead. That was probably a mistake, to be honest. This would have been the card to take. And I think we would have won. Yeah, triple. Yep, triple's good. Do they know about the Teferi's protection? They're playing like they know about it. I swear to God, they're playing like they know I have it. Like, look at this. They're sitting on a 9/9, a 7/6, and a 7/6 trample against 8 health, and they're not even trying to attack me. Also, by the way, you could cast these cards and get them countered, just have them go to the graveyard so you don't draw them later. That's a thing you could do. All right, here we go. Eight health. Can we get there? What pathetic sounds as they crash against my life total. Not a useful card. It's not a useful card, guys. These are all green. This is 3 in the air. All right, so double block and block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm short. Double block, block. I'm short. I'm too short. If I sack the Boromir, this becomes unblockable. Wait. The ring tempts you. You get an emblem. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Naming green. Any reachers? Reach creature check? From the jaws of defeat. Never, didn't have it. Vendilion click as commander? Oh no. Guys, they're playing blue. It's over for us. We're cooked. I can't go turn 2 adventurer and turn 1 bastronaut. What could I get? I could get... It would have to be red white. No, it would have to be black. No, it'd have to be black red. It would have to be black red, and it can't be. Fun. Vroom vroom. Look, it's shiny. Kill it. Have you considered that you suck? Yeah, got him. Do we go robber of the rich? Probably. Robber of the rich. Didn't get counterspelled. Trigger. Chromox 1 time. Shark Typhoon. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, sure. Speed go up. Ugly basic mountain. Spike you. They didn't even counter it. Don't care about you. Don't really care about you. You might be game over, but we can play around it, right? It's 6 mana. They're not going to block this. But are you going to click yourself? Yes. Yes, you are. It even told me what they got rid of and what they didn't. It's not supposed to work that way, right? Haha. Got him. Info leaked. Fury. The question becomes, what do I do? Do I get this out? Probably. Get out of my turn. Big brain. Max speed acquired. Double strike is here. When it attacks, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn for each creature you control. So I want to play this first. I could also try to slam a Fury. I don't think that'll work though. Man, they have a lot of life. And they have drawn all the lands they need. If they're going to draw a Consider though, they're not going to have... They might not have the land for the Sublime Epiphany. They're going to Shark? Sure. It has Death Touch. And Double Strike. Do we have to keep it back because of Shark? We're going to pitch... What we're going to do is Fury the Shark. But I'll show you how in a minute. Yeah, so we can attack. Strong. A lot of Double Strike. First strike damage. And hits. I love value. Less Shark. Okay. Yeah, we know they don't have the untapped land. No, they do, but they didn't play Epiphany. Are they crazy? Are they crazy? How did they do that? All right, first strike and Death Touch is here. We can also power up Cave if we don't want to Beetle, but I think we need to Beetle. How good are they at drawing the perfect card? Very good. They top deck a perfectly 3-mana counterspell. They kept it on top. I'm gonna get their Epiphany though, unless they block the Swarm Saboteur. Yeah, they gotta do it. Down to 3. The rest, make them play it. Could go for attacking with the Cave. They can just bounce it, right? Bounce it, make a copy, block everything. But if they have to do this before combat, that's better for us. Like, we can replay it here. It's non-land, yes? Oh, it's non-horror. Ah! Why can't you be a horror? Why do you have to be a dragon? They've been playing fast and loose. They're slowing down now, aren't they? Okay, they clock me. Dark Ritual. If they're gonna counter it, this is what we want countered. Okay. Tick tock. Here we go. Do we move in? We've got 2 blockers potentially. One, two, three. Gotta use the mana sometime. What you got? Now I still have beetle mana. If somehow I hit them and they don't die. Come on, baby. Kill the blue deck. Yeah, they need a minute now, don't they? Click, 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 boom. Want to see my Fable? Lets me keep. So I guess they like their card good enough. And it is Snapcaster Mage. How they keep doing it, I don't know. But hey, we've got Death Touch and we've got Double Strike. So bouncing things... I guess they'll lose first strike. Do they lose first strike if you bounce this? I think so. Anyway, you're roping. They want to kill the Saboteur now. Bad turn for us. And they're just living off the top, but they're coming in for 7. Okay. Haste? As indestructible in haste, they have to block it. What are the odds that they draw what they need? Dino. Play this first. They need to draw a way to remove the Dino. Let's see if they can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're gonna make me do it? All right, 3. Okay. Nice and easy. Everybody. Get him. Get him. Kill him. Die. Yes. Holy cow. Oh, why don't they just die?